Told you I'd be back sooner than you thought. This is just jokes, folks. That's right, we're doing another review, 2 in 1 year. Can you believe it? I can't. Editing is a nightmare. Well, I'm not going to waste any more of your time because I'm sure you're not interested in anything else. So let's jump right into Secrets the Clown. That one, there's a clown. Get scared.
So our film begins with a naked woman being spooked in the middle of the night. Although I wouldn't blame you if you couldn't tell she was naked, because it appears the lighting for this scene was provided by a flashlight that was out of batteries.
I think there's somebody in the house.
What?
Shh, there's somebody in the house.
Motherfucker!
I can already tell this is going to be a good one.
This is Val, one of our many protagonists, reading a book at a library before getting spooky visions and deciding that it's time to leave now.
I'm sorry to have frightened you, but you dropped your book.
Thank you.
She gets help from a friendly hobo who turns out to be a ghost, actually, and also the book Val rented out from the library is about demons, so you know she's up to some bullshit. Back at home, Val finds, oh my god, it's the clown! Quick, clown, tell us your secrets!
Damn it, Bobby, you scared me half to death.
Well, let me make it up to you.
Hey Bob, that seems like a really cool and fun way of getting kicked in the head.
Shit!
The police find the opening kills next door while Val gets ready for a shower, because in addition to being spooky, this movie is also very horny. After one spooky vision too many, Val decides it's time to break up with her boyfriend and leave, taking the clown doll with her.
Goodbye, Bobby. I'm leaving, Bobby. I can't stay here anymore.
Leaving? Come on, quit screwing around. Let's go order a pizza or something. I'm starving.
How can you sit there and eat pizza?
I don't understand.
Oh, Bobby. I know you don't.
Please, don't leave, Val.
Well, it's been 5 minutes since she dumped you, so it's officially time to get sad drunk with your best friend.
She broke my heart.
Women. Can't live with them. Can't kill them.
One more game.
Can't live with them. Can't kill them.
Hey Bob, your friend's a serial killer. Call the police.
Hey, what's with that clown?
Wait a minute, I thought she took the clown.
It's Val's. Oh, she takes care of that thing like it was her own child. Once when, we were drunk, she told me she thought it protected her. Watched over her, something like that.
So you're so special to Val, huh? Looks like you're gonna have a little accident.
Well, if the relationship wasn't damaged before, it almost certainly is now. Way to go, Jim, you dickhead.
I can barely hear you. I'm glad you called. It's really good to hear your voice.
Yeah, alright. What's up, Ed?
Jim goes outside for a quick break and, oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh god! Look inside!
Another kill? Huh. Usually with movies like this, they save the next kill for like halfway through Act 2, not at the beginning of Act 1, right after the last one. This movie's proving to be more interesting than initially thought.
Hey. I came as soon as I heard.
Bob wakes up in the hospital with a head injury and Val by his side, promising that this time she's staying for good. Also, Jim's dead.
What time is it?
It's noon.
Ah, shit. John will be here any minute.
So it's the 1-month anniversary of Jim's death, and a bunch of Bobby's friends are all coming together to go to the graveyard and reminisce about times gone by. Speaking of those friends...
Pass a joint. It's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. I love you too.
These are John and Louie, and I'll give you about 2 seconds to guess which one of them is Louie.
And then, when I signal for you to shut your big mouth, you keep bitching about passing this stupid joint. What's the matter with you?
Come on, John. Just tell you like to get high. What's the big deal?
Just forget it, Louie. You just don't get it. You look good. Still working at the library?
Still there.
Look, John. No wonder why the clown always has a smile on his face.
Louie, don't touch that.
Why does everyone want to touch this clown? Nobody should want to touch the clown. The clown sucks.
Look, John. No wonder why the clown always has a smile on his face.
He can't finish unless you look him in the eyes. I don't want him to finish. I don't want him to finish. I hate this fucking show.
You're late. We got a little tied up. Dumbass had to stop for Burger King on the way.
I was hungry. I didn't eat lunch.
Wait a minute. I've recorded this bit before.
Get it? It's 'cause he's fat! At the cemetery, the gang run into 3 new characters, Mike, Kelly, and Ken.
And might I just say, how good it is that this movie actually says the characters' names? I mean, out of all the movies I've reviewed so far, this is the only one where I know all the characters' names because they actually say them in the dialogue. It seems like such a simple thing to get right, but it's amazing how many of the movies I've done screw it up so bad. So if nothing else, Secrets of the Clown, well done.
Hey, Ken. Nice car. Where'd you get that piece of crap? Did you find it on the side of the road?
Well, to be honest with you, John, I haven't been sleeping too well. Things just haven't been the same for me since Jim died.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it.
What is it, Bobby? You can tell me.
Okay, but you gotta promise me. You're not gonna repeat what I tell you to anyone. You promise me, John.
Okay, I promise. Now what is it?
Bob confesses to John that he thinks his house is being haunted by Jim's ghost, but then Ken suggests getting a psychic to help figure out if this might be true.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I overheard what you and John were talking about, and I think there might be a way to find out.
What are you talking about?
To make a long story short, this guy's wife's murdered. Anyway, after her death, all this strange stuff kept happening around the house. You know, haunting, ghost activity, that kind of stuff. It got so bad, this guy decided to hire a psychic.
A psychic? He should have called the Ghostbusters.
This John guy, he's horrible. I love him.
I just feel like Jim's trying to tell me something or warn me of something. I just don't know why.
What does Val say about this?
She's in denial. She thinks nothing's wrong.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Bobby doesn't bullshit like this. Anyway, he was closer to Jim than any of us. I think Jim would want this.
I'm in.
Me too.
You guys gotta be kidding me. This is the stupidest idea I've ever heard.
So the psychic gets brought up to the rest of the group and everyone's on board with it. Huh. That is surprisingly refreshing for a movie like this.
Fuck you, Mike. Fuck all of you.
Real nice, Mike. Is that really necessary?
Oh, that asshole. Jeez. What the?
John! No! You were horrible! But I loved you.
Hey, isn't that John's car? What, did he never leave?
What's he still doing here? He's probably still killing the last 2 brain cells in his head.
Oh my god!
Wait, how did all that blood get on the outside of the car? Bob is in the middle of writing yet another funeral speech, but then he hears a spooky voice coming from somewhere in the house.
Spooky clowns scare me!
Bob wakes from his nightmare, and then... Well, I don't know how to describe this, so I'm just gonna show it to you.
Hey, it's 2 in the morning. What are you still doing up?
Shh. I'm waiting for the message.
What are you talking about? What message?
It's been watching you, Bobby. It knows what you're up to.
What the hell are you talking about?
You were right all along. There is something in this house. But it's not your friend.
Val. Val? Oh, shit!
I want you to stay away, not obey.
What are you doing? It's me, Bobby! God damn it!
Yummy.
Take that, crazy bitch!
You like the one you love. Now we're trying to hurry your soul.
Devour this. You're toast.
Movie? Stop that. Only I'm allowed to do the jokes. Not you. Me. Only me.
We need to talk.
About what?
For starters, how about that psychic that you're letting into our house?
Val finds out about the psychic and decides she doesn't want any part of what this psychic is doing. I wonder if this has anything to do with those creepy-ass demonic books you had at the beginning.
I don't want to be involved in this. Please make sure I'm left out of it.
Hey, I promise. I promise.
So the psychic shows up to the house and hang on a second. We're not even halfway through the movie yet. The psychic showing up to stop the ghost is usually like Act 3 final climax sort of thing. I don't know where this movie's going.
Nice to meet you.
You are in great pain. You have suffered a great deal.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder, asshole.
My gifts go far beyond that of most psychics, Bobby. Though my ways may trouble you, I need you to trust me. There will be no time for questions.
Guys, this movie rocks.
So the psychic sees some spooky stuff, does a funny face, and confirms what we all really know deep down is that Bob's got some spooky demons and shit in here.
Ken, what's taking so long? I don't know. The psychic asked me to wait downstairs.
You guys, why isn't Vale joining us for the seance? You'd think she'd want to support Bobby being his girlfriend and all.
I don't know. Val and Bobby have a strange relationship. They always seem to keep certain aspects of their lives to themselves. Bobby has his friends, and Val has
a big stick up her ass.
You know, it took me a while to get over the death of John, but I'm ready to embrace a new favorite character. And I think it's Louie. Love you, Louie.
So the gang talks about Val and their experiences with her, and how she always seems a little off to them.
My point is, the bitch is weird.
Louie, that's funny coming from you.
Ken, you were saying about Vale?
Well, I like Val, don't get me wrong. But I agree with Louie. I mean, think about it. How well do we know her? I mean, she's dated Bobby for 4 years, and I know absolutely nothing about her. I've never met a single friend or family. It's kind of strange.
Maybe she's an orphan, Ken.
Shut up, Louie. Jim, if you can hear me, this shot is for you. Salute.
Salute.
Salute. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Ah, good to know that even in death, Jim is drunk.
If you can hear me,
Move the shot glass to the paper labeled yes.
What if he can't read?
Louis, he just popped a shot. I'm sure he can tell which one says yes or no.
What if liquor affects you differently when you're a ghost? Think about it. A soul doesn't weigh much. Jim's blood alcohol count could be through the roof from one shot.
Shut up, Louis.
Louis asking the real questions. So the gang starts asking Jim's ghost some questions, and they actually start getting some responses, meaning that they have officially gotten more done than the actual psychic that they hired. Val gets a change of heart and decides to turn around and start heading home with the doll, but uh-oh, she's out of gas and has to walk, and hang on, weren't you driving a car before? Where'd you get that truck?
You having car trouble?
Yeah, thanks for stopping. I'm trying to get back to Carol Stream.
Well, that's about an hour south of here. I'm heading in that direction if you need a lift.
Have we met before?
No, can't say that we have. I'd remember a pretty little thing like you.
Val gets picked up by a hitchhiker who I don't need to tell you is evil.
Jim, are you still here?
Oh my god. This isn't Jim.
Wait, don't speak to it. We should get the psychic.
Are you a friend?
Ken's face gets absolutely wrecked by broken glass, but Louis ain't having none of that, because he has to go outside and smoke up.
Who in the fuck is that?
Louis! No!
Drop me off anywhere.
Well, I'm afraid that's not possible, sweetie.
What? Pull this car over. This is my stop. You just passed it.
You think it was an accident that I found you? I was told where you would be. He knew you'd be trouble. That's why he sent me to babysit.
I'm warning you. Stop this car and let me out now!
So it turns out that Val used to be part of a cult, and this hitchhike driver is actually trying to take her back there. And also Val is magic and causes the car to crash. This is a lot to take in.
It's dangerous for a pretty girl like you to be out alone at night.
I know, but my car broke down and I've been trying to get a ride into town.
Whereabouts, honey?
Carol Stream.
I live in Carol Stream. Hop on in. I'll give you a lift.
Thank you so much.
Val gets picked up by another driver, but it turns out this one's Christian, so it's all okay. A cheap, low-budget horror movie, wherein a supernatural character is helped by the guidance of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Where have I heard that one? Oh, no!
He wants to help find cures for diseases. He wants to help find a cure for diseases like AIDS.
Val leaves the Christian driver for, reasons, I guess? I don't know, it's never really made clear. And she's back on the road once more.
Hurry, Bobby. There isn't much time.
Bobby gets distracted by a spooky voice that leads him to a spooky book that leads him to the revelation that, oh my god, this has something to do with Val, my girlfriend?
Val? She was the one this whole time. Val's the killer. I know who the killer is.
What? Tell me. Who is behind this?
Now, normally I would go off on how this psychic actually kind of sucks, but this actually sort of plays into a twist that happens later in the movie, so I can't fault the movie for it, I guess. Oh well. You got me there, movie.
Did Bobby just call Val a bitch?
A witch, Ken. Bobby called Val a witch.
Oh yeah, she's a witch. And a bitch.
Jesus, Kel, how much Vicodin did you give him?
Do you even need me, movie? I thought I was here to be funny, to say jokes and poke fun, but it seems you've got that covered. This isn't fair. I'm supposed to be telling the jokes.
It's coming back.
What? What's coming back?
It's too late. It knows you're here.
The killer. Val's the killer. I don't know why I never realized the signs before, but she's the one.
Val's not the killer, Bobby. She's the reason I'm still here.
So in a dream, Bob starts talking with Jim's ghost, who explains to Jim that Val is not in fact the killer, but there is a presence surrounding Val that is killing people, and oh boy, this sure is getting a little more complicated than I was expecting when I started this review.
Hey, how's Ken?
He's still sleeping. Kelly drugged him pretty good on Vicodin.
I can't believe this is happening. What's next?
Look out! Shit!
So Ken wakes up and he's a zombie, and then Mike says this.
Let's go, you zombie motherfucker.
And then Bob kills him with a katana because he is a weeb.
Oh my god. You killed Ken.
I'm a bastard.
Get it? It's like that joke from South Park, but they did it in this movie instead of the show. It's so very funny!
But all that's okay because Mike says this directly afterwards.
Couldn't see this coming either?
It's outside now.
I think we're through listening to your bullshit. Oh shit.
You've got to be kidding me.
So Val is almost home before she sees the killer clown waiting outside her house. But then these cat callers from earlier in the film pull up and see that she's in need of some help.
Come on, let's teach this freak a lesson. I think the lady would like you to leave.
The clown then kills the cat callers because #feminism, and this is just the distraction Val needs to get inside.
I have found what I am looking for. You are no longer needed.
I can't move!
Fucking A!
You know me. I never could keep track of time.
Isn't it ironic that my most promising student would wind up being my greatest disappointment?
So shock of all shocks, the psychic turns out to be evil, which explains why he was doing such a shit job earlier in the movie. Turns out he's part of the cult that Val ran away from, and he's come to track her down so she can complete a ritual to do something, I don't know, something. So the surviving gang gets knocked out and rounded up in the basement, where they're all about to be sacrificed for the thing, to do the immortals thing, you know the thing.
Kill Bobby first. Slowly. I want her to see him suffer as he dies!
Bob gets stabbed, then the psychic gets stabbed. Then Mike clocks a motherfucker.
Kelly, get the doll, now!
Kelly tries to grab the doll, but the psychic stabs her. Mike makes the reference that I was going to make, damn it!
Come on, you insane clown posse motherfucker!
Stop killing my best boys, movie!
It wasn't supposed to happen this way. Bobby, we did it. Bobby, wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Doctor, he's waking up. He's waking up.
Hello, Bobby. Welcome back.
Bob wakes up in the hospital and What? Why?
How are you feeling, Bobby?
Bob has a spooky dream where this spooky nurse gets her titties out and Why? Whom?
It's him.
It is time, Bobby.
And then the psychic shows up one more time, but it turns out it was okay because this was all a ploy for Val to kill him finally. And wait, if this whole hospital scene exists so that Val could kill the psychic, why didn't they just have her kill the psychic in the basement and have the movie there instead of adding this weird unnecessary hospital scene to the end of it? It's really awkward and doesn't fit with the rest of the movie, and I don't understand why it's here. And then the movie's over.
And that was Secrets of the Clowns, and I'm not gonna mince words here. This is the best movie on this damn disc.
I'm not gonna pretend like this is some sort of legitimately great movie that's severely underrated, but it is a relentlessly entertaining one. It reminds me of the early days of YouTube, where you would occasionally stumble onto weird passion projects that, no, aren't very good, but they have an energy to them that's almost infectious, where the production was less about actual creative expression and more just about making something fun with your friends. It's still not very good, but with the right audience, I can see this being an absolute blast.
You wanna be in the video? Come on, you gonna be in the video. He's in the video now. You like being in the video? Say hi, everyone.